Yo. Pablo the Peace Guy checking in. I had something very, very close to my heart pop up. So I definitely wanted to tap in and go live and share that with you guys. First and foremost, I did get good response on the Pablo Planet tees. If you would like one, please let me know. I'm making 30 in color and 30 black and white. That's it, all right? From now on, all my clothing releases will be exclusive. So again, if you want a Pablo Planet tee, long sleeve, let me know, all right? It comes in color or black and white. You will be one of 30 people other than myself that owns one. More importantly though, if you follow me, you know I have my YouTube channel, International Pablo. Go like, subscribe, follow that. And I've been, not only through my YouTube channel, but here through Facebook, I've been using this platform to help bring people out of the daze. So the prime example is Sunday. I do Sunday school where we explore spirituality versus religion. Back up, arm. Back up. Move. But for Wednesdays, I want to do Wellness Wednesdays. Wellness Wednesdays will be focused around health, whether it's your mental health, spiritual health, or physical health. Some may not know, I am transitioning to being a vegan. I've been on the kick for about a year now. I've been doing the pescatarian route for a while. I've been getting those around me to kind of go pescatarian or eat more healthy. So I'm working on that as well. I was in the military, so I know a little bit about fitness. I also know people who are fitness instructors or coaches, if that's the avenue you're looking for, which is also wellness. Spiritual wellness, we do a lot of that on Sundays. But I also do offer myself, if people need to talk, if things are going on, if, you know, life isn't where you want it to yet, let's talk about that. Let's see what we can do to help raise that spirit, raise that vibration. But most importantly, out of all this, and everybody who doesn't know will know after today, mental health is the most important to me. And it came up through conversation this morning about mental health. I was expressing, my standpoint on mental health to somebody, kind of doing my best to help them, guide them through their situation that they're going through with mental health. So being that I know mental health is something that a lot of us go through, whether we want to admit that we're struggling with it, whether we are struggling with it, or we're not struggling with it, but a lot of us go through it. And mental health doesn't always have to be a bad thing. I mean, if you got a great mental, that's awesome. You should be sharing that mental health with other people. You should be letting them know what you do to protect your mental, how you keep your mental safe, protected, shining, especially in the dark world. So we'll dive right into it. I had a situation come up where someone I know has someone in their family who's suicidal right now. I don't know this person extremely personally, but being that I know of them and know of the person that they're talking about that's having these suicidal thoughts, I immediately started pouring in any advice and knowledge I could give. So first and foremost, I battled depression for about almost 17 years now, probably. I've been going through depressive states since middle school. So I was like 12 or 13, so I'm 30 now. That's like 17, 18 years. I've gotten to the very bottom, down and out a few times where I've actually attempted suicide. So I did OD. The first time I OD'd, sadly, it was laughed at. It was taken for a joke. I passed out on my bathroom floor and woke up in my mom's bed. Don't know how I got there. Didn't really know where I was at when I got there. And it took me a couple days to come through. even since then, though, I try to OD again. Like, once I realized like that wasn't the hardest way to go, I tried it again. Obviously, neither one of those attempts were successful because I'm still here, which is why I'm here to share my story and to share and to help. Number one, if you're feeling any types of depression, of suicidal thoughts, of loneliness, I know it sucks, and I know you don't want to be alone, but take some time to just stop. Figure out what is it that's causing those feelings of depression. What is it that's causing those feelings of loneliness? What is it that makes you not want to be here anymore? I'll tell you, suicide is not the answer. Am I here to stop anybody? If I can, yes. If I can't, by all means. I wasn't trying to hear people when they was trying to stop me. But I will let you know, suicide only brings you back to hell. Like, you're not gonna, the pain doesn't end. The pain of this life may end, but you're coming back to live in this same hell again. You didn't fulfill your purpose. Prime example, like I mentioned, I've tried it. It didn't work. God wasn't through with me. God had a bigger plan for me. That's one of the reasons I'm here now sharing this, because people don't want to talk about suicide. I've been there. Okay, I'm not the one to tell you that you having those thoughts are wrong. I'm not the one to tell you that you having those thoughts are stupid. I'm not the one to tell you that, hey, man the fuck up and keep going. Man, if you feel bad, figure out why you feel bad. That's where the fuck I went wrong. People say, bro, you're an army man. You got family. You know, you did this, you did that. Man, that don't mean shit when it comes to a mental being bad. Like, we are so pushed 24/7 to keep going because you can't miss work. Keep going because the world isn't stopping. Keep going because somebody's got it worse than you. Man, I don't give a fuck about none of that. If you're depressed, if you feel lonely, if you need a moment to yourself because this life just doesn't feel right, take that fucking moment, man. Fuck everybody else. Alright? Word. Because what happens is we put ourselves second, right? So let's just say I'm depressed. I get the feeling suicidal. And everybody comes like, man, you shouldn't feel that way. You shouldn't feel that way, man. You got kids to live for. Your life better than this. Look at where you came from. Look through all this. That's the shit that makes you want to go kill yourself. Like, why don't people realize that? If I'm already on edge, how the fuck are you telling me I'm okay? How the fuck are you telling me that everything's going to be all right? If everything was going to be all right, I wouldn't be on the fucking edge to begin with. All right, so number one, when somebody's having those depressive thoughts, those depressive feelings, if you can't deal with them, that's fine. Remove yourself from the situation, or give the support that you can, and then find somebody who can help deal with them. If you're going through it yourself, sit in those thoughts. Yes, it sounds bad, it sounds scary, but it took me a long time. Why was I feeling lonely? Why was I feeling abandoned? Why was I truly depressed? Why was I so focused on trying to make sure that my life was matching up to the people's lives around me? It took me to realize and actually sit through all that to see that, bro, you're not depressed. You're not behind. You're not lacking. You're not losing. Like, live your life. Fuck when the people say, hey, bro, life's good. Don't sweat that little shit. The little shit is what set people off. It's a lot of people, we can deal with tragedy. We can deal with big things. But it's some little things that'll kick me over the edge. It'll be a little thing that somebody does or says that makes me want to flip the fuck out, make me want to spaz the fuck out, or make me feel like my life isn't valuable here anymore. So number one, if you're dealing with somebody who is feeling depressed, feeling suicidal, help them. Don't sit here and tell them all the shit that is right, or all the shit that could change, or all the shit that they've overcame. We know all this shit. You don't think we thought about this before we even thought about mentioning, hey, bro, I don't feel good. Hey, bro, I'm depressed. You don't think we thought about all this shit? You don't think we already calculated all the answers that you had ready for me before I came to tell you this? If I come and tell you I'm depressed, you're like, oh, man, your life's good. Look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at your family. I thought about all that. I probably left my family to come tell you. Don't send me backwards. You don't always have to have the right words for somebody who's depressed. Sometimes all you have to do is listen, hear them out. You know, maybe you'll hear the part where they're fumbling over themselves, because that's honestly all we're doing. We get caught up in this life that we can't control, and we want to put too much control over it. Or we get caught up in the past from things that have hurt us that we can't control anymore, and we still want to control them. And that's where the depression comes in. That's where the anxiety comes in. That's where the can I keep going forward comes in, because we're too busy looking back. And yes, when we look forward, it may not seem the brightest, but that's usually because what we're looking forward to is a bunch of nothingness. We've already come to you and tell you, hey, I feel alone, or hey, I feel like I'm doing this on my own, or hey, this is bothering me, this is stressing me out. But yet, that's all you want to push us to. You know, you're like, hey, man, don't let your mind dwell on that, man. Get back to work. You know, don't let your mind dwell on that. Go smoke. Go take a pill. Go do whatever you do to cope with it. And that's the thing. When we cope with it, it doesn't heal. All right? Healing is what helps get rid of the depression, helps get rid of the anxiety, helps you to live a better life. It's not about coping. It's not about making it through today because I have to, because these people need me here. They say, you know, suicide is selfish. You look at it like you getting rid of your problem, but you don't look at how it affects everybody else. Who cares? That's not to be cold. That's not to be careless. But who cares? If I really feel like I'm on my deathbed or I'm walking death, like I want to die, why does it matter what I have behind me? You know, if those things matter so much to me, then it would already be prioritized in my life to help me get over this. I wouldn't be sitting here stuck looking at how bad my life is with all these good things in it. You know, so a lot of times people just look from the outside, try to tell us what to do, what's next, or what's right or what's wrong. Man, listen, those depressed thoughts, they're real. We all go through them for different reasons, but they're fucking real. So for anybody to tell you, man, that shit too little for you to be stressed about, or that shit ain't worth dying for, or man, don't be selfish, or don't do none of that, man. If somebody come to you and tell you, hey man, I'm depressed, bro, I need somebody to talk to, fucking listen. Your opinion really don't fucking matter. We just need somebody to hear our thoughts, because everybody else that we thought we could talk to, we can't. Or we feel like we can't. All the strength we thought we had, we don't, or we feel like we don't have it no more. All right, so number one, help that person out. Let them know that you love them. Let them know that you are here for them. No matter what anybody else is doing, no matter if they're not there for themselves at that moment, let them know that, hey man, you mean something to me, right? You don't have to want to mean nothing for yourself. You mean something to me. And let that power that person to be better. Let them know they mean something to you. Because if they don't feel like nothing to the rest of the world, and you just blow them off, how you think that made them feel? When people are going through it, let them know you're there for them. I appreciate you, bro. I love you too. All right? When people are going through it, let them know you're there for them. Let them know you care. Let them know you are genuinely here to help. Don't keep sitting here telling them what they can do, what they can overcome. Because clearly they're at a place where they don't feel like they can. And I apologize for getting emotional, but this shit really mean a lot to me. Like, my depression has gotten a lot worse. I mean, not worse, my apologies. My depression has gotten a lot better. All right, I'm going up. My mental has been elevated. But there's still people out there that deal with it. And prime example, I'm dealing with it with somebody now. And sadly, I can't be there physically to help the person that's going through it. So all I can do is talk the people around that person into what helped me. You know, the right things to say. what to look for. Like, we get so caught up in our own lives, and we get so caught up in what's normal in the world that we think when somebody loses a job, that's not worth getting depressed over. Or when somebody loses a family member, that's not worth getting depressed over. Or when somebody has a bad day, that's not worth getting depressed over. But truth is, we're only seeing one instance in this person's life. You got people that walk around here all day, every day, helping other people, carrying their burdens when they don't have to. You got people around here all day, every day who are always helping. Those people are burnt out. You have kids, and this is what really is scary and really inspired this video. The person that I'm helping make this for is a kid. A kid depressed, want to kill themselves. And we look and be like, how, man, how? Like, me personally, I love to go back to my teenage years just so I could redo things, just so I would have a better understanding of where I'm at now in life, just because I've had a chance to go through it. But we forget, like, as teenagers, all the shit we went through. Like, some of us may not have had to go through that. Some of us may have a silver fork and silver spoon given to us. Some of us may have had the easy life, man. I worked. I didn't have my family. All right? My mom and dad, they weren't there. I called another woman mom for almost 20 years. And she wasn't really there. She just wanted to make sure that her roof over her head was taken care of. So we gotta take a step back and stop thinking that anytime somebody says they're depressed or that they're suicidal, that, you know, man, hey, they can get over that shit. I done got over it. I know so-and-so lost a job. They can get over it. And we had to genuinely let that person know we care for them, we're here for them, we love them, and that we'll do anything we can do and mean that to keep them here with us. Because that's what loving somebody means. All right? That you'll do anything. It doesn't mean, oh, yeah, I got your back, but let me hop on this work call. It doesn't mean, oh, I got your back, but when you really need somebody, I'm not going to be there for you. It means genuinely and truly showing that person that I'm here for you. And then once that person allows you to be there for them, help that person heal. Because the depression doesn't stop. The suicidal thoughts don't stop. The loneliness doesn't stop. The feeling like the world is against you does not stop. I fight that shit every day. But what's helped me is I know I've healed on the inside. I know there's a much higher purpose for my life than to leave today or leave tomorrow, at least by my own hand. I know that when I get down and depressed, that all I have to do is sit in that feeling for a moment and pray or meditate or even just think back to why the fuck do I feel like this? Because a lot of times we get mad over silly shit over something that's happening right now and don't realize that I'm really mad at some shit from years ago. I'm really mad at some shit from months ago. I'm really mad at some shit from the other day that I just didn't express. But because I didn't express it for whatever reason, then I didn't get a chance to heal from it. My opinion didn't matter. My thoughts didn't matter. And because it didn't matter then, guess what? I'm not going to open up now. I'm not going to open up later. I'm going to keep shutting down. I'm going to keep getting more depressed. I'm going to keep getting more anxiety. I'm going to keep feeling lonely. But you have to be there for that person. You have to let that person know, I love you. I care for you. We can get through this together. Let me help you heal. When it gets sad, sit in that sad moment. Figure out why you're sad. Is it really because you couldn't do what you wanted to do today? Or is it really because the job that you thought you had didn't pan out? Or is it because your expectations were through the roof, and because you had your expectations here and this one thing didn't happen, everything below that collapsed as well? Or am I sad because this reminds me of a situation that happened in the past that I still never really got over? So I'll be transparent. My parents weren't there for me when I was growing up. There's no real other way to put it. And sadly, my family wasn't there either. So I learned to fend for myself. Like, I learned to go work for myself. I learned to take care of me and my brothers that were around me, not necessarily the related family that I had, but the family that was actually there. But in just pushing through all this and never acknowledging the fact that I never felt like nobody had my back, never acknowledging the fact that I felt like my people abandoned me, never acknowledging the fact that I had to grow up at an early age, so my childish ways are because I wasn't allowed to be a child, never really accepting those facts or going back to really heal from that past pushed me to the points where I was at then. I could be surrounded by people and feel lonely because I had been there. I had family and nobody cared. I had friends. I tried suicide. And people were like, bro, you all right? I mean, I heard, but you good? And that was it. Nobody stopped to say, bro, what pushed you over the edge? Like what really did it? Nobody stopped to say, hey, man, how can I help, bro? Like, I don't know what the fuck I'd have did if they would have called me and said you was gone. Everybody just tries to overlook it, man. We got to stop being scared to talk about these things and stop being scared to help. We have to heal, whether it's childhood trauma, whether it's a past trauma, whether it's feelings of ourselves that we haven't healed, whether we feel inadequate, we feel unworthy, we feel unloved. I wake up every day now and I tell myself, you matter. You are worthy. You are loved. You are great. You are enough. You are walking in your purpose. You are aligning with what God has in store for you. I set my day up to immediately know that if nobody else tells me they love me, I'm telling myself I love myself. And I know I'm deserving of any love out there. If nobody tells me I'm worthy today, I've told myself. If nobody tells me I'm enough today, I've told myself. I don't worry about overextending myself for people anymore. For what? I'm enough just as I am. And if I'm not enough, then are we really supposed to be dealing with each other? Are we really supposed to be having these things going on? Can you accept where I'm at and help me build? Or are you going to say you're not enough and let me fall and I let your opinion drag me down? I set those daily affirmations so that I know my self-worth. I am worthy. I am loved. I am enough. I am walking in my purpose. Okay? I am aligning with what God has planned for me. That way, when I wake up and deal with the bullshit of the world, no matter who try to throw it at me, I can fall right back on that. When I feel unloved, I go back and say, you are loved. When I feel like somebody fucked me over, you're enough. You're worthy. I know my self-worth. I'm still working on the self-love because that's a big one. And a lot of us lose that because over the years, we've been trained not to love ourselves. We've been trained to fit in. We've been trained to do what our family wants us to do. We've been trained to do what our job wants us to do, what our friends want us to do. And little by little, you're like, okay, well, I want to do this, but my friends are going this way. So you stop doing what you're doing. And yourself just slowly fades away and fades away, fades away. And before you know it, you're living a lie. You're sitting here, you're trying to impress those around you. You're trying to keep up with those around you. You're trying to make sure your job doesn't look at you any type of way. You're just a number, man. Period. Unless you're sitting there with the owners, you're talking about where you stand in this company 4 or 5 years from now, you're just a number. And even then, you could be just a number because even them owners don't know what's going to happen. But if you don't have your own self-love, your own self-worth, your own everything, self-esteem, self-respect, all that is going to help you heal. Because if you don't heal, the depression does not end. The suicidal thoughts do not end. The anxiety does not end. The feeling alone does not end. All right? And that's what y'all had to realize. Like, until you heal, you're not going to break those curses, those things that are holding you back. And if you don't understand them, how can you expect anybody else to understand them? So, if you're somebody who's having these thoughts, dealing with these things, you feel any anxiety, depression, suicidal thoughts, please, by all means, reach out. I don't want to lose nobody else. All right, so reach out. Number 2, get you some healing. If you can do it yourself, do it. Sit down and pray. Sit down and meditate. Start doing your affirmations. Do the things that make you feel love for you, because nobody else going to do them. Heal for yourself, because nobody else can fully heal you. Everybody knows I thank my wife all the time for coming into my life and healing me. She didn't necessarily heal me. She gave me the tools that I needed to heal myself. She wasn't scared to call my bullshit and tell me I need to go heal on it. She wasn't afraid to tell me her stories so I could relate to them, so that I know I needed to heal. Because without that healing, I'd still be a depressed, suicidal motherfucker. I'm not perfect. I still deal with those thoughts. Still do. And it be over the littlest shit. It don't be over nothing big. So for the people who flip out over little stuff, I feel you. That's me. That's me. Alright? I feel that pain. I know what it feels like to be called crazy. Or to be looked at like you going crazy because your beliefs, your mindset doesn't align with what everybody else has going on. That doesn't mean you're wrong. That means you have to love yourself enough to stand on your truth. You have to love yourself enough to know that if you're walking the right path, that you're going to keep walking the right path for you. All right? So I hope I didn't lose nobody along the way. I hope I didn't, scare nobody. Slim, I love you too, bro. I'm always here for you as well. Bon, I love you. I'm always here for you. Pooh. What's up, God? What's up, God? Man, like I said, I still deal with the depression. I still deal with the suicidal thoughts. But I've healed. I'm healing. I know there's a higher purpose past me. I know that no matter how lonely I feel around here, this guy's got my back. I got my back. All right? I know that I appreciate that, Pooh. I love you, God. For real. I know, we all deal with it, man. We all do. We all do. A lot of us is not man or woman enough to get on the camera and tell somebody, like, man, it's okay to feel suicidal. Just don't do it. And if you do feel like doing it, man, it's okay. As sad as that sounds, it's okay, because you can't tell nobody what they can keep going through. Period. Like, you can't. You not me. You can't tell me, what obstacles I can or can't overcome, because you're not me. So, therefore, in those moments, when you deal with other people that way, you have to put yourself in them shoes too. Like, if they feel suicidal, that's them. Acknowledge that feeling, respect that feeling, and help them overcome, help them heal. Don't tell them what they need to do. Don't tell them they selfish. Don't tell them you stupid. That's stupid. Like, it's not worth it. If they feel like death is the only answer, help them. Don't push them closer. And sadly, we're not going to be able to save them all. But don't go out and hear about somebody that did it or that's not here no more and be like, damn, I wish I'd have spoke up. Or damn, I wish I'd have said something. I love you too, wifey. You really have to take this suicide and depression shit serious, man. Not everybody can deal with it. Not everybody can push through. Not everybody's built for it. I mean, you got to keep going. You got to. But that's not your place to tell me to keep going. That's that person's place to decide that they're going to keep going. So, when dealing with the suicidal people or depressed people, you really, really, really need to make sure that you are encouraging them to heal, encouraging them to keep pushing. And if they say, man, I don't feel like pushing no more, then stop right there and ask them, why not? What can I do to help? Because I don't want to see you go. If nobody else in this world cares if you here tomorrow or gone tomorrow, I care. I care. I will stop everything I'm doing to go talk to somebody who's on the ledge. Because I've been there. But you have to care. You can't just be like, well, I'm going to go over here and tell them suicide ain't worth it. And, hey, shut up. I'm going to go over here and tell them suicide ain't worth it, and they should know better. Sit down. You really have to be here to wholeheartedly want to help that person and to push that person to something better. Help them heal. All right? Help them heal. We're all different. We're all different. We all go through different things. Come here. But we got to help those people heal. All right? We got to. We can't just keep sitting here saying that suicide ain't worth it. Suicide is stupid. Depression ain't real. Anxiety ain't real. No, it's not as real to the people who can overcome it or who know how to deal with it. But for the people who don't, that shit is really real. That shit is really real. I've been there. I laid on the floor because nobody felt like I needed the help. I was told that me trying to kill myself was a publicity stunt to my face by somebody who was supposed to love me. And I accepted that because I still didn't have the self-love within myself to realize, bruh, this ain't no publicity stunt, nigga. You need help. You don't need nobody around you that's saying this is a publicity stunt, but they love you. Or nobody around you that says, you know, hey, bro, you got too much good going on right now to be letting that little shit get to you. Nah, man. Nah. Shit's real. The shit's real. You need help. You need somebody that's going to help you heal. Somebody who values your life. Somebody who wants you here with them. All right. So just a quick recap. I start from the very top. I got the Pablo Planet shirt on. It comes in 2 colors, either color or black and white. It'll either come on a black shirt or a white shirt. I'm only making 30 of each, so 30 color ones, 30 black and white ones. If you're interested, DM me. Secondly, I made this video, Wellness Wednesday. Today's wellness is talking about mental health and how this shit is serious. Again, I associate with somebody who has somebody who's suicidal around them now. And it's hurting me that I can't be there to help them physically. So I wanted to come speak my piece and let them know that I'm here for them. I love them. I want to see them have the best life they can. And more importantly, for the people who aren't going through the depression or the anxiety themselves, I want y'all to know that we have to truly, truly be here for the ones who are depressed. We truly, truly have to be here for the ones who have anxiety. We truly, truly have to be here and genuinely mean it. Don't, like I said, don't tell them it's not worth being depressed over, or you got all this going on, or this and that. Like, don't make excuses for them. They've ran through all the excuses in their head. They tired of giving themselves excuses. Help that person heal. We can't save them all, but you genuinely have to let somebody know that you care about them, you love them. That if they were gone tomorrow, that would extremely impact your life. Because you may tell me, hey, Pablo, you got kids, man. If you were to die, you leave your kids. Man, listen, when I get into them suicidal modes, them kids don't mean nothing. And I'm just being honest. As sad as it sounds, everybody say, man, you got baby girl to live for. You got multiple kids to live for now. And you get on that edge, none of that means nothing, because I'm already at a point where those kids no longer bring me joy, where those kids no longer bring me happiness, where those kids are no longer there. Depression and anxiety and shit is real. It's not that we just, oh man, one bad thing, fuck this up. No, man, that shit is real. That is real. And what's scary is you have people out there that get suicidal and they feel that way, and then, you know, you'll give them a gun. They won't shoot themselves. You give them drugs, they won't OD. Because they truly know that they're not ready to go, man. They just need some help. And this is the only outlet they have left to get that help. Because when they say, hey, I need help, nobody listens. But when they say, hey, I'm about to kill myself, now people come out the woodwork. It shouldn't be that way. If I need help, you should help me then. Not wait until I say I'm on my edge, come help me now. Because sadly, once we get to the edge, it's not going to help us. It's not. It's not. And then you got the people that's like me. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not afraid to die. After ODing once, I know there's nothing but peace on the other side. Like, I may have to come back. I'm coming back to hell anyway. I'm gonna let y'all know now. I'm coming back to hell anyway. This ain't my last rodeo on earth. God ain't done with me. Anyway. But remember, heal. Heal, heal, heal. Whether it's self-healing, so that you don't go through the depression yourself, whether it's helping somebody else heal from it, whether it's going out to get help for it. I self-medicated for years. And true enough, it did help along the way. But then it get them days where the self-medicating don't do nothing. And it takes an ear. It takes a word from God. It takes a strong friend around me to really be able to talk me off those ledges. So number one is healing with self. And that's for everybody. Whether you feel like you got mental health issues or not. Self-healing is first. Because if you don't heal, you may not have those mental health issues yet. But they coming. And that's not to wish bad on nobody. But they coming. You can't just keep blowing life over forever. Like, we live. Everything we go through weighs on us. We carry that. So if you just letting the shit add up, you do got the weight of the world on your shoulders. All right? So self-healing is first and foremost. And then secondly, whenever somebody needs help, man, whether you know them or not, help them out, please. Please. We're all brothers and sisters on this planet. Regardless of race, religion, any of that shit. We're all brothers and sisters. Don't wait until it's too late to want to help somebody. Don't wait until you can't help them because they're gone. Don't wait until it's convenient for you to help them. Man, if they need it and you got it, give it. If they need it and you got it and you felt led to give it even though you don't have it, give it. All right? Give it. Whether it's an ear, whether it's you can help financially, whether it's you can help in some type of physical sense. Just help. Just help. Because when it gets to the point where that depression takes over and them suicidal thoughts kick in, not everybody gonna tell you. Not everybody gonna tell you. Some people just go off and kill themselves. And we find them later. And we're like, damn, man, I wish I'd have knew. You knew. You may not have known right then and there, but you knew. So, I love you all. Again, if you are struggling with anything, please don't hesitate to reach out, man. I'm a suicide survivor. All right, a military vet, a father of 5. I can tell you about all the stressful shit in the world. Okay, and I can tell you how to overcome it from many different aspects. But please know you are not alone. All right? You are not alone. If you have somebody out there that's suicidal or who may be in need of help and you don't know the right words to say, let me know, man. I'll say a prayer for them. I don't mind at all. Or if they need somebody to talk to and they feel like they can't talk to you no more because you don't know, you ain't been there, tell them to call me. That's what I'm here for. All right, this is my purpose. I don't mind stopping everything I have to do to tell you that your life is worth living. I don't mind stopping everything I have to do to tell you that you fucking matter, that you are loved, that you are worthy, you are enough. Say it with me. Say it with me. You don't have to believe me when I tell you, you are loved. You are worthy. You are enough. You matter. You count. You are not just another number. You are unique. All right? You bring something special to this world that nobody else. Own that shit. Don't let me just build you up. Build yourself up. Because as I'm telling y'all, I'm looking at myself the same way y'all looking at me. I'm telling myself, you matter. You are loved. You are worthy. You are enough. You can overcome. All right? I love y'all. I hope this helps somebody out there. If you're tuning in, I appreciate it. Sue, thank you for all the feedback. D, what's up? Slim, I got you, God. Pooh, I appreciate you checking in, bro. My Divine Feminine, I appreciate you checking in. Shannon, I appreciate you tuning in. Bonbon, I appreciate you tuning in. If any of this resonates with you at all, please, please, please share. Somebody else needs to hear this word. All right? Somebody else needs it. So please, please share. I will also be uploading this onto my YouTube channel for my Wellness Wednesdays. If you don't already, go follow my YouTube channel, International Pablo. Anytime you miss these lives, I will be reposting them there and then sharing them back to Facebook. Again, if you need a shirt that come in color or black and white, let me know. I'm only making 30 of each, so hurry up and get them. Until next time, peace, love, and light. Continue to be the change you want to see in the world. All right? That's all I ask. That's all I ask. That's all I challenge you to do. I don't expect you to go out here and generate millions and billions a day. I don't expect you to go out here and overkill yourself for yourself or for nobody. Don't work too hard for nobody else. Be the change you want to see in the world. That's all I can ask, and that's all I'm here to do. I've gone through the depression. I've gone through the suicidal thoughts. I still deal with them. But what I won't do is sit here and not speak on it and not let others know that I'm here for you. I got your back and I can relate, because that's what we need. So I love you all. Remember, you matter. You are loved. You are worthy. You are enough. Until next time, peace, love, and light.